Enjoy it. Could be your last. It is. I'm all out.
So, after not doing anything for the English YouTube for 3 months, it's time to come back with something useful that will, maybe, finally end the cringe and the complaining about War Thunder. Yes, I know, the game is buggy, especially after the danger zone. The matches are unbalanced, and yes, only 3 nations are the best. That's not all problems that this game is struggling with. Some of them are not even problems, like toxicity problem or the top tier problems, which are basically a lie or just another complaint from Spookstone based by the argument in War Thunder forum, where 2 guys were fighting why BVM is OP and why M1A2 is suffering, or something like that, or the toxicity. Every single game has own toxicity. Even Minecraft, and this is part of every game. Gamer, I mean. Some has bad day and is angry at everything. Some of them are just, doing this on purpose. That's just part of every community of every game. It's not a problem, just, implemented. But besides that, what must be changed first so the other problems would be fixed easier? 3 things. First, stop favor of the big 3. Second, make new matchmaking system. 3, fix the bugs that haven't been fixed. Starting with first.
Bro, are you high?
Let me check. Yes, high on American spirit.
The first change is really hard to be done because I know most of people are either playing the nation they associate with or were in the zone of influence of that country. I mean, yeah, it's kinda stereotypic, but when I get into battle, I mostly get people who play nations that they live in or they were in a zone of influence, just like me. I'm Polish. The dude that means Russia, but I do play Brits, especially the Cromwell. I love this thing. And no, Poland equals not Russia, okay? Let that be clear. We just, being in the zone of influence of that country, and we still use T72M1 and PT91 hardy, which is upgraded T72M1, but yeah, you get what I mean. And no, don't say that everyone. I'm not saying that everyone's doing it, okay? I'm saying just it's common in our game. So yeah, American fans will say that Russia is OP. Russian mains will say that USA is OP. And German mains will say that they suffer. So the only problem that this game actually is suffering in, the favoring the top 3 is that the big 3 complains about why the nation is suffering against another and why they need another tank. I mean vehicle. Yeah. So yeah, the big 3 has something to say. Other nations like Japan, UK, France or Italy has no voice here. And why I didn't mention China or Israel, where China has more attention than ever thanks to and ZTZ99A, and Israel because, fuck Israel, I don't care about this country. It's just, implemented because the Israel government, I think, has, paid gaijin to, just fucking implement our tree, we need it. I don't care if it's not starting on the first era, just put it in there, I'm gonna pay you good money. Yeah, something like that. So as you can see, there's a way to provide life to some tech trees. Just give it a bait and wait for the results. Just give a bigger shout out for not a big free. For example, Italy could get Otto Draco. Yes, the automatic on the Centaur chassis. France could get Leclerc XLR. And what Japan could get, it would be, I don't know, Type 10 with extra armor packages. But anyway, I hope you get me right, because we now get to more confusing things.
Я сейчас бы похавать мяса.
New matchmaking system. I already talked about it, like one of my first videos on this channel, but the idea could be exploited really easily. So I needed to change it a little bit. For the first idea was to summarize the whole lineup and look for your average value and put you in the battle with on this beer. Sounded good, but when you would take the 11.0 and 2.0 vehicle, you would end up playing on 5.7. So I changed it a little bit. And I've come to the conclusion. Well, I have no conclusion, no solution here, because literally my script says something right now, anything. Because the problem here is you can't just decompress the BR or just compress it. It doesn't work this way. You can't think like, like a normal gamer. That thinks like the whole community. Yeah, I started to thinking like a developer. I mean, it sounds kind of bad. I mean, wrong. But listen, the developers will not do this because the whole the gaps will be made in the whole tech trees. The one vehicle would be higher, other would be, suffering, something like that. That's a topic for another video because it's so complex. That's why I can't find a solution right now. You can't just, say, let's decompress the BR. You can't think like that. Developers will not do this because it's not healthy for the game and, for them. So, yeah, nothing to say here. And the last one, the bugs that haven't been fixed. So, we do agree that the volumetric mechanics is not as good as intended. We do experience for once a ghost shell. And we can agree that the overpressure mechanic is good and bad at the same time. And no, I'm not saying that overpressure is bad, it's just not working as it's supposed to work. You see, HE now is more powerful, but not only the high caliber one, but every single HE that has more than 5mm of penetration can pen every open top and kill it in one shot. this also works on hash and heat shells. So if you are open top, you can get one-shotted simply by getting it in a truck. So it kind of works like the old hold break mechanic. While you see the shells with, you know, this type of chemical reaction, it's helpful for those who shoot you, but it's not good for bad people who are your target. Another thing is the volumetric shells and the armor. It's supposed to give more shells. It's supposed to give shells more realistic penetration and the armor more realistic values. But what it actually gave us is hits, unbreakable viewfinders, and bars that are indestructible. The solution for this is not as simple as you could think, believe me. You can't just make rounds sharper and smaller at the cap, because the flat cap shells, well, you can't just make the cap smaller. It's a feature of this shell. That is the shell that, if the shell makes contact with an armor, it doesn't bounce or just slips through the armor. It tries to stick to the armor at the best angle and possibly get through. For example, punctures the upper front plate. Two 75mm shells. One is APCBC, second is APC. Same angle, same spot. Same penetration value, just different distances. When APCBC can get through, the penetration is not possible. When APC gets shot at the same spot, it gets through with small chance, but yeah, it can get through. So you can't just make shells smaller at the end. All shells from different countries have their own type of cap and shell, so you can just adjust the cap. It wouldn't make sense at all. The problem with this mechanic is that the layers of the armor stack on each other and the system thinks that you can get through. That's why the viewfinders are the hardest thing in this game right now. Because the system thinks that the armor part is stuck on each other with the actual armor. And I'm not sure is it historically accurate, but you know, I think the 5mm armored glass can stop the 8.8 centimeter shell. So the solution would be make the system recognize which part of armor you shoot. Is it actual armor or just a viewfinder? So, yeah. So for now, I think that's everything what I have to say. So, I just finished the editing, and I've come to really sad but true conclusion of the whole video. The whole video doesn't give you any information what's going on in this video. Like, really, I tried to be as clear as possible, but when I looked again at what I said, it just doesn't apply to what's happening in our game. There's so many problems that one video is not enough. I mean, maybe, but it would be really, really long, and it would be like, maybe not a debate, but presentation. So, the problems that is in our game is not only that 3 problems, it's more. But I know that some Thunder tubers, like the community contributors, wants to like end it up, yeah? So I got a request for everyone that watches this. I wanna pin the comment saying just, if you don't want to watch the whole video, watch this part. So take the link of my video, put it everywhere where it's War Thunder. So the fan servers, servers of the community contributors, Reddit, Twitter, I don't know, everywhere. So Gaijin could see that we demand fix for our game. I know that, the game is kinda struggling with more problems that we could handle, but just let's see if Gaijin could listen to us for once. So yeah, take my video, put it. I don't mean to spam it. Just take the video and put it somewhere and say, I don't know, we need help, Gaijin. Just put hashtag gaijinplsfix. Yeah? And that's all. That's everything I demand from you. So Gaijin could see that we need help. Our game needs help. I don't want to end playing broken game. Just like TF2, I stopped playing this game thanks to bots, cheats, and I don't know, more things. So I don't want to end up playing, not playing this game. Yeah, I love this game even if it's bad sometimes for me. I don't know. Even in the bad days, I play this game. Even if I'm still mad, I still play this game because I love it. It's something like you hate this game, but you still love it. So, Gaijin, please listen to us. Gaijin, слушай людей.